As Israel continues to carry out its terrorist campaign against the Gaza Strip, it seems that many of the people around the world are finally standing up to what is happening inside of the country. Now, this area here, St. Catharines, Ontario, appears to be no exception. In a rally organized by End Occupation, many people are showing their disdain for the actions that the Israelis are taking right now. I spoke with one of the organizers of the event.
All right, hi, my name is Khadija Hamouda. So I'm one of the organizers for this caravan for Palestine. So the idea came about because of the recent violence by the Israeli government against Palestinians in Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood in West Jerusalem, and their aggression towards Gaza and bombing of residential buildings and hospitals and schools in the Gaza Strip. So due to the lockdown restrictions locally because of COVID, we are not able to hold a rally because of social distancing measures. So we have organized the caravan, by which people start at the mosque in their cars. We hand out flyers and information templates on where people can sign petitions, where people can get more information, become informed, and letters to local and politicians at Parliament to urge them to stop arms sales to Israel and take action to stop the violence. People started at the mosque, and then they were provided a map to have the caravan go around the city, around downtown center, and then back to the mosque. There's also sales of Palestinian flags and items, the proceeds from which will go towards donations to the Palestinian cause.
Hundreds of people from the surrounding area gathered together in support of the Palestinian people in their struggle against the renewed aggressions by Israel. Many people arrived by car. This was essentially a rally, but everybody was done in a car in order to follow COVID safety protocols. There were a number of goods on sale. There were speakers engaged in raising awareness about the situation going on in the country at this time.
Right now, journalists are being denied entry into the Gaza Strip by the IDF. Now, many feel that the reason for this is to block any media from recording the atrocities that are being carried out by the Israeli Defense Forces. As it stands right now, the IDF is currently engaged in a ground assault against the Palestinian people.
The situation began when Israeli forces stormed the Al-Aqsa Mosque during the holy month of Ramadan and assaulted the people worshipping inside. Essentially, they were just worshippers conducting the regular religious ceremony when the IDF came in and struck everyone with concussion grenades and tear gas. The retaliation was eventually the Palestinians forcing the Israeli invaders of the mosque out of the actual building itself.
Now, in response to the inhumane attacks against the Palestinian people, Hamas fired several rockets into Israel in defiance of the attacks on the Palestinian people. As it stands right now, the situation threatens to escalate into a wider conflict in the region as a result of both the United States and its allies, particularly Canada, refusing to stand against Israel and the crimes against humanity it commits, and in solidarity with the victims of those crimes, the Palestinians. Already, the conflict has absorbed some of the surrounding countries. Hezbollah militants have already fired rockets into Tel Aviv, as well as a Jordanian man was killed by the IDF when he was inside of his own country protesting the actions of Israel. And this threatens to bring the Jordanian government into the current situation as well.
As the situation continues to escalate, all the Western powers who back Israel and its genocidal crusade against the Palestinian people need a hard look at themselves and their self-proclaimed position as the champions of human rights and democracy. Meanwhile, international organizations such as the United Nations stand by uselessly as the Palestinians continue to suffer. Reporting from Niagara Falls, Jason Unruhe, MRN.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.